What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother,
Brother, ooh. What's that, brother? What's that, brother? Brother, ooh. What's that, brother? Brother, ooh. What's that, brother? Yeah, cheers, guys. Oh my god. Oh days. Yeah, cheers, guys. Welcome. Fuck's sake. Why did I do this? Yo, what are you saying, man? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Smash the likes up on the way in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. As I gotta try and make people smile in it. You know what I mean? This is the part of the job description, guys. Part of the job description. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. Smash these likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. There's goalkeeping news. There's contract extension news to talk about. And yeah, if we've got time, we'll speak about the game tomorrow. But I do want to do an actual real preview on that tonight, so we won't go too in depth on that today. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. Smash these likes up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Big up LB, listening to you right now when I'm in the shower. Not sure about that one, Brev. You know what I'm saying? Not sure about that one. Why? Let me just let me just get this camera sorted. This camera's pissing me off, man. I feel like it can't. Since I've gone bald, yeah, I feel like it doesn't know where to zoom. You know what I mean? Like how to thing it. Anyway, yeah, that's no good, bro. Anyway, smash these likes up, boys. Transfer news, yo, it's popping off again, and it's it's a bit mad actually, because we're getting two different sets of informations regarding the goalkeeper situation from Sasha Taglieri, who is all right. He's a decent source, but he also just gets stuff like, he's not like the best source in the world, right? But then Fabrizio's come out and said something completely different. Now, I probably believe Fabrizio the most this transfer window, because Fabrizio has definitely got a phone call every single day with Hugo Viana the way he's been moving. But okay, we'll bring this up on screen and I'll show you exactly what's going on for the people that are not alive on Twitter on the Mutant app. Here we go. So, according to Sasha Taglieri, Manchester City are exploring Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lamens as an option this summer amid difficulties in negotiations with PSG and a transfer fee deemed too high for Donnaurmma. So at that point, everyone's going, yo, maybe PSG are moving mad on the transfer fee. You know, remember, he's got 1 year left on his contract, Donnaurmma. They've told him he's not part of the squad. So City should be able to get this guy at a good price. Now, if PSG are moving mad and going, well, actually, we want like 50 million or whatever, just for example, then City are not going to pay that. I think City are not going to pay anything more than 25 million quid for Donnaurmma. I think that's a max City probably would go to. So if they're moving mad, then yeah, maybe City would move on. Now, this would be a complete U-turn. Yeah, complete U-turn, because if we go and get Sen Lamens, I would imagine that would mean that James Trafford would be Manchester City's #1 goalkeeper. Now, that's a complete switch up in strategy. So, this seems I think this seems unlikely. Yeah, I think this seems unlikely, boys, if I'm being completely honest, because I just don't think that it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I don't really see this one being true, if I'm being completely honest. Anyway, then Fabrizio Romano tweeted. How long did he tweet after? That was at 9:07. And then an hour and a half later, Fabrizio Romano tweeted this. Understand Manchester United are still working on a deal to sign, who, you guessed it, Sen Laments. Talks underway. Personal terms are almost agreed, and United are in active talks for the Belgian goalkeeper. Manchester United tried to anticipate more clubs from France and Italy, also based on exits. So I just don't see Sacha being right here. I think he's wrong. I just don't think it's true. It doesn't make sense. How are you going from Donnaurmma, who's going to be Manchester City's number 1, to a number 2? That's such a huge switch up in transfer strategy. It makes absolutely no sense. And then the fact that Fabrizio Romano came out an hour and a half later and basically said the complete opposite, saying that United are looking at him, didn't mention City at all. That sort of tells me that, yeah, he's probably been on the phone, and he's probably been on the phone to Viana and said, yo, listen, what's going on with this Sen Lamens? Is he going City? You change your mind? And Hugo's probably gone, nah. And then he's probably found out that it's United. Do you know what I mean? LB, check DMs for Lamens. Stats just sent them. Let's have a look. I've never even heard of the guy before. Have you even heard of him? I've literally never even heard of this guy before. Yeah, he's basically shut him down, Ibrahim. That's what I'm saying. He's basically shut him down. It also just makes no sense. I'm saying it makes no sense, AP, because, like, that's a huge change in strategy. A huge change in strategy. And I just don't think you come to that decision like that. I just don't think that's how it works. No goalkeeper in the world has more saves, 177, and prevented more goals this season than Sen Lamens. These are his numbers. If you actually zoom in a bit. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Short passing. Nah, I just don't. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. I think this is fake news. I think this is fake news. I don't think this is legit. I think it's fake. And bro, I think you'd be getting more news. I think he plays for Royal Antwerp, Steve. He plays for Royal Antwerp, bro. The only time he was linked with the goalkeeper is when Donnaurmma came available. Facts. I think we have to let it play out. Be patient. If Manchester City want Rodrigo and Donnaurmma, then we'll get him the way I see it. He knows a lot about Belgian players too, though I can't lie. Oh, Sacha, he does. Yeah, he does actually. He actually does. It doesn't hurt if PSG believe we have other options. Exactly. This is the facts. Bro, PSG are not in a strong negotiating position here. Do you know what I mean? They've told him you're not even part of the squad, bro. So they can't be sitting there demanding some mega cash. He's a guy United are after. Yep. I'd rather keep Ederson than this Donny. Well, I've never even seen him play. I've never even heard of the guy, so fuck knows who he is. Sacha's been paid to say that, so United pay up. It's not rocket. The closer it gets to the deadline, the lower PSG's asking price will be. That I've already decided they're cashing in on it now before losing on a free. Absolute facts, bro. Facts. That is factual information. Factual information. If the Donnaurmma deal is really off, then the keeper news is probably fake, and that means that he stays. What do you reckon? I think that's more likely. Yeah. I think that's more likely. I think if City don't get Donnaurmma, yeah, I think that Ederson stays. Or Ortega stays as number 2 and they'll run Trafford, but I don't think they want to do that. I don't think they have the confidence in Trafford right now to run Trafford as the number 1 goalkeeper. Hence why they're looking at bringing in Donnaurmma. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, AP. I think if this Donnaurmma deal breaks down, I think they'll just tell Ederson, stay 1 more year, leave on a free, go get your big sign-on bonus next year. Trafford, you're number 1 next year. I think that's how they'll run it. I think that's how they'll run it, bro. You will get Donnaurmma at the end of the window. They will lower the price on the deadline day. That's, yeah, again, that seems more likely. The closer we get to deadline day, the more desperate PSG will be to sell. Again, the only way that we're in a pressure situation is if Ederson is banging on the door day in, day out, saying, I want to leave, get me out, get me out, get me out. And City do not trust Trafford. That's the only way City might have to pay a little bit more than maybe they'd like for Donnaurmma. But I don't think Ederson is banging on the door every single day saying, get me out of this fucking football club. Yeah. So I think this could just run. I mean, what is there now? 8 days left of the window? 9 days left of the window? Yeah, PSG are sat with a guy on the books earning what, 250, 300 grand a week, whatever he's earning, Donnaurmma, and he's never going to play for him again. So City are saying, we'll give you 15 mil, we'll give you 10 mil, we'll give you 20 mil, whatever. PSG are going, no, we want 40. City can just be like, yo, you don't get it. Yeah, we do not need Donnaurmma. We will take Donnaurmma if you give us a good price. Yeah, and for you, if you don't give us a good price, then Donnaurmma will sit there for a year, earning 250, 300 grand a week, where you've got to pay him, yeah, for doing nothing, mate. For doing nothing. So you decide. Yeah, you decide. Do you know what I'm saying? You do score lineup prediction later. Yeah, I'll do all that later on, man. I'll do all that later on. Press conferences are sold out. Yeah, we'll come on to that in a bit. Mine and I'm probably on the table. Yeah. You're going to watch the... Is it actually at 12:30? What time is the actual press conference? Because they lied last time and said it was at 12:30 when it was actually at 2:00. Right, it says it is at 12:30. So yeah, if it's at 12:30, we'll stay live and do the press conference reaction. They can keep an unhappy player if they prefer. Yeah, exactly. They can keep an unhappy player that they're never going to play. It's not like, when we had Bernardo, bro, yeah? When we had Bernardo and Bernardo wanted to leave, yeah? And obviously we said to Bernardo, bring the fee, bring 80 million, which was never ever going to happen because no one was ever going to pay 80 million for Bernardo Silva. Bring 80 million and you can go. No problem, Bernardo, yeah? And Bernardo obviously tried to bring the fee. He probably didn't even get 50 million, man, yeah? Because no one would pay 80 million for Bernardo Silva. The difference is, Bernardo was happy to stay. He wasn't obviously going on strike. And he was still going to play, obviously. He was still going to play. So it was, it's not like we was paying him 200 grand a week or whatever we was paying him at the time before he got that new contract. And he was never going to play. Yeah, he was still going to play for us. So you're paying him money. And yeah, he might not want to be here. But he still wants to play. And he's going to play because he was mega. Donnaurmma is literally not playing for PSG. You're literally just wasting money. Like, we can give you money. Yeah, exactly, bro. It's the complete opposite. We can literally give you money and you'll save money at the same time. Yeah, if he's on 250 grand a week, yeah, which he probably will be on, because when he got that first contract at PSG, he was on Bearcat. It was like a big signing, right? 250 grand a week, yeah. This is just 250. I don't know before taxes. That's 13 million. Yeah, say we give him 17.5 million transfer fee. That means you're getting in receipt of / savings 30 million pound. 30 million you're saving. Or you can just not take the 17 million, not sell him, and pay him 12.5 million pound to do absolutely nothing. And he'll be fuming. And you'll ruin a relationship with a treble winner. You've literally got a treble winner there. Yeah, listen, no problem. You don't want him anymore. No worries. Get it. You got to move on sometimes. Manager's got to make big decisions. You got to be ruthless. Get it, yeah? However, you got to try and have a little bit of respect for your players that have won you a treble, in my opinion. And you're literally going to completely destroy that relationship. A guy that helped you win a treble. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I mean. City have got all the power. And the only way that we are in a pressure situation in this goalkeeping environment is if Ederson is screaming to leave and we don't trust Trafford. If both of those two things are not happening, yeah, we're fine. We're chilling. But if Ederson's knocking on the door saying, I want to leave, do you trust Trafford? If the answer is yes, we're not in a pressure situation on Donnaurmma because you trust Trafford. Yeah, if Ederson's not screaming to leave, we're not in a pressure situation with Donnaurmma because he's not screaming to leave. And I personally believe that Ederson is not desperate to leave. I think he wants to leave. I think it's quite obvious he does want to leave. But I think if City said to Ederson, bro, just do one more year, number one, let's, try and get that Premier League back. Let's go for the Champions League. And then next year you can leave on a free, go wherever you want and get that big sign-on bonus. I think he'll say, yeah, fine. I'll do it. Trust Trafford. It's not about us though, bro. It's about Pep. It's about the board, innit? Do they trust Trafford? Again, if they do, power situation on the Donnaurmma negotiations because we're not desperate to sign him. I think instead of starting Ederson against Spurs, we should go for Trafford and see how he will fare against a big team. Well, yeah, you know what? That's probably a good shout. It's early in the season. Yeah, Trafford doesn't deserve to be dropped. I mean, it's one game, right? But he played well against Wolves. I am open to playing Trafford against Spurs on tomorrow. Tomorrow, fucking hell, tomorrow, jeez. Yeah, tomorrow. And chesting him out. Because we need to throw him in the deep end at some point. And it's early in the season. You know what I mean? If he makes a mistake, you've still got 36 other football matches to go win you the Premier League. Yeah. I've been content with Trafford. I'm just running for now. I want Rodrigo more than anybody. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Fab said City were going to go in for him on a free agent in 2026. Do you think that's true? No, I don't think that's true. Because that would go against everything that Donnaurmma said and everything that his agent said. Donnaurmma said after the Club World Cup final, yeah, he said, I'm staying at PSG. I've got all the contracts sorted. We're going to get it sorted in the next couple of days, right? That's what he said. So he was thinking that he was staying at PSG. He thought he was signing a new contract. The agent of Donnaurmma came out and said in the interview that he did that multiple contract offers were made to Donnaurmma, but then they were withdrawn. So City couldn't have agreed to go for Donnaurmma on a free agent next year because at the time they would have contacted him, he was under the impression that he was staying at PSG signing a new contract. So no, I don't believe that's true either. I don't believe that's true. I really don't. Donnaurmma is a generational talent. Why not have him at City? I'd take him at City all day long. I'd take him at City. Yeah. The point is, City do not have to overpay. Yes, Bray Donnaurmma in the shadow realm. I can almost dance at this news. Better news than her saying yes, says educated donkey. Big up Toe says Viana not blue ball me at the end of this. What the fuck does that mean? Blue ball. Blue ball me. What the hell does that mean? Blue balls is a slang to a mildly painful feeling in the... Okay, I will not read that fully out, but if you want to Google it, feel free. Yeah. Cheers for that. I don't know what that super chat was all about. Okay. No, I never heard of that saying before. I've literally never heard of that before. Big up MCFC as well for the super chat before. It says our fans believe every report they say. Satcher is a top tier waffler. Fab confirmed United are going for Lamens. Just chill unless Arnie, Fab, Jack, etc. speak. Donnaurmma will come, says MCFC. Yeah, I'm still on the vibe that Donnaurmma probably will come to City. But if PSG refuse to budge on the fee and they still want like 50 million, then that's when I think it's not going to happen. But I just can't see. I don't understand a world in which PSG would do that. Why would PSG do that? Why would PSG refuse to sell a player that they're not going to play, who won them the treble, who they owe a little bit of like respect to? It literally makes no sense, man. It literally makes no sense. So now I probably agree with you. Big up Rap says you're getting Donnaurmma who's out of Man United's price range. Come on. Seems like we can't get rid of Edison, to be honest with you. It depends what you believe, though, innit? This is the problem with this transfer window, man. Like, I've never known a transfer window like this where there's so much news on the goalkeeper situation, yet I still don't really know what the current position is. Some people are trying to tell me that Edison to Galatasaray is pretty much a done deal, but City are waiting on Donnaurmma and PSG to sign it all off. Some people are saying the complete opposite, that the Donnaurmma deal is all completed, the PSG deal is all completed, but it's the Edison deal that's miles away. Like, does anybody actually know anything? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we go through Fabrizio's post here, yeah, Edison. Like, what is the actual latest on this geezer? Yeah, what's he actually saying? So this was 4 days ago. Negotiations are ongoing between Manchester City and Galatasaray for Edison. An opening bid worth 10 million euros. City requested around 25. Now, to be honest with you, I'd probably say that's legit because I don't know about you guys, yeah? I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably saying that Fabrizio is dialed in. He's on the phone to Viana. And I think going forward, I think as a City fan base, I think we need to be looking at Fabrizio as like a legit source because he never really had a lot of information about City. As soon as Viana started, he's got loads of news. So clearly Viana's feeding this guy news, isn't it? Come on, it's quite obvious. So this is, I'm gonna personally go on the basis that this is true. Yeah. Well, that's 15 million euros gap. 15 million euros. You know, that's a big gap to fill, chat. Like to negotiate on, isn't it? Like, listen, City could come down to 20 mil. Galatasaray could come up to 15, but you're still 5 million apart there. He said more to follow. I'm not sure, man. I'm not believing Thatcher at the moment. I ain't. Meet in the middle. Nah, no meet in the middle. But the point is that you're miles away. You're miles away. You're 15 million euros away. And it's a small fee. So that 15 million is a big, big, big gap, man. Big gap. Yeah, 10 million. There you go. Okay. Donnaurmma has already opened doors to City on the move. No issue on personal terms. If Ederson leaves, Donnaurmma can join. So there you go. Let me pull up this news here. Let me see what he's saying about Donnaurmma specific tweets. What's he saying? Yeah, we read that one. Exclusive. Donnaurmma's agent. Premier League is the right step for Gigio, in my opinion. We're working on it. There is zero talk to the Italian clubs. We're still shocked by PSG behaviour. Manchester City keen on Gigio. Yeah, so there's been nothing that is reported on a fee. So he's not said City have agreed a fee yet with PSG, but he said personal terms are all agreed. It's just so basically the current stance is, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, is that Donnaurmma's agreed personal terms with City and Ederson's agreed personal terms with Galatasaray. What's still yet to be finalised is Galatasaray agree a fee with Manchester City and PSG agree a fee with Manchester City for Donnaurmma. Ederson, the fee, PSG a fee, which is obviously two fucking big things to agree. Yeah, and at the moment, the City and Galatasaray thing looks miles away. Miles away. 15 million euros. You know, even people, like, if City were to drop their price to 20 mil, Galatasaray still have to come up another 10. They have to double their initial bid. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are City going to drop? Are City going to drop the price? I'm not sure. PSG want 40 million euros according to Paris Extra. They're not getting 40 million euros. Anyone that pays them 40 million euros is just an idiot, man. You know what I mean? Why would you pay them 40 million euros? Literally, like, you could just take them down to deadline day and just cook them on the last day of the transfer window, man. You should be, I reckon you should be able to get this guy for less than 20 million quid, mate. I'm being serious. They've got no power in this situation unless they are completely content with keeping Donnaurmma as a squad backup rotation goalkeeper on 250 grand a week and then losing him on a free next year. They have zero power in this negotiation. Zero. Zero. So I personally don't see it, man. I think anyone that pays that stupid. You know what I mean? Would you rather have Donnaurmma, Rodrigo? Probably Rodrigo, bro. What do you think about Chelsea? I can see them moving for Donnaurmma as we approach the end of the window. They let a keeper go, didn't sign a keeper. Wouldn't be surprised with Chelsea. I don't understand why Chelsea are all over this deal. I'll be completely honest with you, mate. I cannot believe they're not all over this deal. Donnaurmma, that would be such a huge upgrade on Sanchez. That's like a generational fucking upgrade. Sanchez to Donnaurmma. Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know. It makes no sense to me why Chelsea are not all over this deal. United should be all over this deal, Richie. Facts. United should be all over this deal. Chelsea should be all over this deal. Yeah. Chelsea already signed 21 years. I know they do. Yeah. Wages. Well, fucking hell, at some point, like, I don't understand. This is why I don't understand the Chelsea project. So what is that? Is that their life now? They're just not gonna pay big money. So they finished because you're never gonna win the Champions League if you don't pay big wages. You need big players. They're gonna demand big wages. Yeah, fucking wage structures, man. It's crazy. I'm really against this Donnaurmma signing. I can see it being a flop that we regret and struggle to shift. Listen, like I say, it's not a player that you typically associate with a Pep Guardiola on the way of playing. It's just not. It's just not, bro. I can't lie. But it looks like Pep wants it. Donnaurmma wants it. So even though it is a bit of a weird one, and I'm surprised, it's happening. We'll see how it gets on, man. Yeah, the conference, man. As soon as I get the quotes up, man, as they come in. Don't worry. Donnaurmma is world class. Look at him against us last season. We were 2-0 up and the saves he pulled off. We all know what happened after that, says Franny. Exactly. And you know what, mate? Like, I love Ederson, man. I think he's the greatest goalkeeper we've had at this football club. Yeah, but I want a goalkeeper that can pull off some saves, man. And I know that sounds bad, and it sounds like you're murking Ederson, but it's not meant to. I'm just being honest. I want a goalkeeper that can fucking pull out a save, man. I want a goalkeeper that when the opposition gets a penalty, I can actually hope that they're going to save it. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, I'm down for this. Now, will he fit in the system in terms of playing out from the back? Well, PSG did all right last year with him. And ultimately, that's up to Pep Guardiola to sort out. Yeah? That's up to Pep Guardiola to sort out. Trafford is better. We'll stick Trafford in tomorrow. Give him another game. I've said this from the start. Donnaurmma signing will not be good. It's just confusing and we should really focus on Rodrigo. I'm sorry, but we need to get our head out of our asses, says Rampage. Yeah, I'd definitely prioritise Rodrigo if it was me. Rodrigo, I definitely would. Honestly say, just get this deal done, bro. We need to get him in our club. Why is it taking so long? The transfer fees. The transfer fees for either Donnaurmma or Ederson, or maybe even both. That's what it is. I want to feel confident with saving pens and winning in shootouts, says Beyond Belief. Facts. We literally have Trafford at the club if you want someone that makes saves. Now, I get it, but you also have to accept that it's very, very early days on Trafford. And the last time he was in the Premier League, he was bad and ended up getting dropped from Norwich. So it's yes, he's got the ability, but at the same time, it's hella risky, man. It is. What's all this about Rodrigo joining Liverpool? There were some talks last night on social media by a couple of different sources that Liverpool's met with Rodrigo's agent yesterday to potentially bring him in as a left winger, which they probably do need to upgrade that left wing spot, and they have the money available. So it might be true. It might be true, which would be wild. Imagine if they got Rodrigo and Wirtz in the same window. That's fucking insane. Trafford will crumble in big matches and pressure situations. Donnaurmma been there and done it. No one wants Trafford starting at Anfield against Liverpool. You want Donnaurmma there, says Zohib. It's very possible that it could crumble. Yeah, very possible. He's still young. Like I say, that's why it's a risk. That's why it's a risk. PSG fucked up when he went public, freezing him out. Now what a big feel. Exactly. You can't have your cake and eat it, man. Honestly, you can't have your cake and eat it. You really can't. Has Pep come out yet? No, he's still chilling. We're waiting for Pep to come out for the press conference, man. So yeah, anyway, that's the updates on the goalkeeping situation. Couple of rumours that City are looking at moving on from Donnaurmma to Sen Lemens, who, if that does happen, which I don't think it will, but if it does, I would imagine that would mean that City are going to go for Trafford as their number one goalkeeper, because I can't see them making Sen Lemens the number one goalkeeper. Which is a complete U-turn on strategy. It's a complete U-turn on how you were going to run this season. That's why I don't really see it be true. And like I say, an hour and a half later, Fabrizio came out and City said United are looking at him. He didn't say City aren't looking at him, to be fair. Did he say City aren't looking at him? Let me just double check his tweets. I don't think he did. I think he just said United are looking at him. Yeah, no, he didn't say City aren't looking at him. He just said United are looking at him. But nah, I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's true. Okay, big up Easy says Ederson has a better save percentage than Donnaurmma. Yeah, but bro, nah. Sometimes stats are shit, bro. Sometimes you have to look at a stat and go, that stat ain't statting. That stat ain't factual. You know what I mean? Donnaurmma is a better shot stopper than Ederson. That's a fact. Yeah, and no one's telling me that the stats are going to tell me that Ederson's a better shot stopper than Donnaurmma. No way. I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it, bro. Sorry. The stats might say that, but the stats are wrong. Right, what you guys saying? City Extra, yeah? Right, let's go. Bang, 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 bang. What's the news, man? What's the news? Oh, shit, boys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey. Run. That. Cheers. Oh, hey. Boys. We got the bomb. We got the legitimate bomb. Oh, ho, ho. Come on, man. Fucking get in there. Breaking news. Rodri and Phil Foden are ready for Man City versus Tottenham, says Pep Guardiola. What does that mean, though? Does that mean they're ready to start or ready for the bench? Do you know what I'm saying? Does that mean ready to start or ready for the bench, chat? Breaking news, Savinho, Kovacic, Josko Gvardiol and Bettinelli are all ruled out. Savinho injured still. Josko out. No problem with Josko. No problems at all. Yeah, low-key, I'm kind of happy he's not fit because I want him to have a proper rest. We've got enough. Diaz, Stones, Aït-Nouri. We don't need Gvardiol for this. Yeah. So I low-key, I'm kind of happy he's still not back because I just want Gvardiol to have as much rest as humanly possible. I wouldn't play Gvardiol until after the international break. I've already said that yesterday. I honestly wouldn't play Gvardiol until after the international break, man. But yeah, Savinho injured, chat. Injured. But that means what? Yeah, Ederson. Ederson fit? Ederson fit, chat? Well, he wasn't injured anyway. He was ill, wasn't he? He had a, what was it? Gastroenteritis or whatever the fuck they call it. So Ederson must be fit. Ederson must be available. So Ederson in goal tomorrow. Ooh. Rodri's been called up for international duty. Fuck's sake, man. That's a piss take, Al. Nah, I'm not happy with that, man. What do you mean he's been called up for international duty, man? Why did he do that for? God's sake, man. These international managers and that, they do me head in, man. Like, honestly, they're so greedy. Like, bro, it's not even funny. Why does Spain need to play Rodri in these next 2 games, man? Who are they even playing? Are they playing like, if they play like Germany and France, like, fairs, innit? But they won't be, bro. They won't be. Spain fixtures. They're playing Bulgaria and Turkey. What's all that about? What's all that about? Innit? That's what I'm saying. They literally have Zubimendi, man. You know. Couldn't they just say, right, we won't pick you in this one? Isn't there another international break in like November or something? Like, couldn't they just say, right, we won't pick him in this one because he's literally just come back from an ACL and then another injury, but we'll pick him in the November one? Idiots, man. Anyways, yeah, Savinho not fit again. Kovacic not fit. Josko Gvardiol not fit. And Bettinelli not fit. That's cool. No problem with that. Rodri and Foden are fit. That's nice. Still no other news on that. Give him Nico Gonzalez. Exactly. Has Nico Gonzalez been picked? Has Nico Gonzalez, bro, been picked on, huh? Oh, here we go. Pep Guardiola looking for revenge against Tottenham. No, it's just another opportunity. Revenge makes no sense. Spurs have always been tough opponent for us, but it's a completely new season. What happened in the past is the past. Nah, fuck that, bro. I want revenge, man. Yeah, I want revenge, man. Pep, I want revenge. Give me revenge. What's going on with you today, Pep, man? Come on, tell us. Revenge. Justice for Nico G. Nico G is legit Rodri Jr. So he's not been picked then? No. He's not been picked. Wow. So they didn't pick Nico Gonzalez, but they picked Rodri, who's not kicked a ball in the year. Okay, cool. There's one in October and November. Yeah, that's just ridiculous then, isn't it? LB wants justice. Yeah, I do want justice, man. Yeah, they done us 4-0 last year. 4-0. In a game that we should have cooked them. They had no fucking players. They had no defence, so we didn't score a single goal. I want revenge, man. I want revenge this season. They stinks of a Spurs W. Foden is not the same guy. People check he's miles better in terms of creativity. Savinho should fuck off right now, says Red Rum. Wow. Not happy you, Bray. City got to stop losing to them bums. Rico Bob season. We got smacked. Yeah, we did get smacked, mate. It was pure pain last year. Yeah, it was mad. It was crazy. It was hanging. Bro, they didn't even have a centre-back on the pitch. We didn't even score a single goal, man. They played fucking Ben Davies. Ben Davies, man. Ben Davies they played. It's a madness. Here we go. Pep Guardiola on Premier League club spending in the summer transfer window. Apparently, it's just Man City, right? Yeah, he loves it. He loves it, Pep, doesn't he? He loves it when people ask him about the club spending. That's a bait question. That's a bait question, by the way. They baited him there, didn't they, chat? They baited him out with the question. It's a madness. He said he'll be number one tonight. Oh, bro, it's Ederson. Of course it's Ederson. He'll definitely play Ederson, man. If Ederson's fit, Ederson will start tomorrow, 100%. 100%. If Savinho is travelling, Spurs aren't getting him. Well, he won't be travelling because he's injured, apparently. Why can't Pep tell us what injury Savinho has? Yeah, I don't know. In the same game, we presented Rodri, the Ballon d'Or. Gosh, I want a revenge. No Kulusevski too. Yeah, Kulusevski's out injured and he always fucking cooks, boys. He always cooks City. Kulusevski. I don't know what it is about him. In fact, he said it's his favourite City game. He said it's his favourite game to play against City, Kulusevski. That's what he said. Ederson is our number one, bro. Yeah, exactly. Bro, if Ederson's fit and he goes down tomorrow, Ederson will be the number one. 100%. It's not even a question. It's not even a question, man. Let's see what else the guy's saying. Here we go. Rodri. Pep Guardiola, Rodri's return. I just want a consistent Rodri. That's all. I don't have any doubts about his potential quality. Still, so far, he's the best player in the world. In a few months, a new one will be elected, but still he is. I don't have any doubts. Just consistency. Training weeks, games, minutes, and after everything will be fine. Pep Guardiola on Rodri's return. So no, Don, we need him over Ederson. Not at the moment. Maybe next week, bro. Maybe next week. We need to make a statement tomorrow. We need to fucking win the game, man. Yeah, we need to win the game. We need to be winning against these top six sides, man. We can't just be flat track bullies, man. We got to be winning against these big sides. And Spurs are one of the worst big sides, yeah? So you got to be beating them. You got to be beating them. Can't fucking get a beat off these crappy, of these big teams, you know? I think Foden, to return to his best, we should take responsibility of G&A off him, let him be more of a deep playmaker than a goal scorer or assist merchant. That's where he'll express him play. So play him in the 8. That's fine, but that's where Tijani Reinders is probably going to play in it. So he's not going to be able to play in that position. That's probably where we bought Reinders for. When we get going and Cherky eventually takes the 10 position, Reinders will be in the 8. So Foden's going to have to play as a 10 or off the right. Rodri minutes tomorrow. I mean, imagine so, based off what Pep's saying. He said he's available for tomorrow. Now, does that mean he'll be on the bench, coming off the bench? Does that mean he'll start? I don't know. I mean, the guy's been in training for a while. It's not like he's not been training, you know? Happy to give Ederson another chance to prove himself, get into form again. Well, he'll play. He'll play tomorrow. If he's fit and he goes down, he'll play. Pep ain't picking Trafford over him. No way. No way. See what else has been said. Oh. A decision will be taken tomorrow or tonight after dinner on whether James Trafford will start. Pep, new players always bring new energy and everything. James brought youth, desire to play at the club that he was born and grown in, happy for his performance, but it's just the first game. Yeah, he's starting Ederson. He's starting Ederson, boys. Yeah, there's zero doubt in my mind. I'd be absolutely stunned if he starts James Trafford. If Ederson's fit, Ederson will play. Ederson farewell at the Etihad. You can bet on it, says Strudels. Oh, that's actually true as well. This could be his last ever game. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, look at him here. Look at what he said. But it's just the first game. He's basically saying everyone needs to chill the fuck out, mate. Yeah, he played well, but it's the first game. Can everyone shut up? Like, that's basically what he's saying there. He's saying respect what Ederson's done, his body of work over the last 8 years. If Ederson's fit, he's going to play tomorrow. I'm not going to start James Trafford because of one game when Ederson's given me 8 years. Yeah, so Ederson will play. Ederson will play. But does that mean Ederson is Ederson's last game? Who knows? Pep Guardiola and Manuel Akanji / Savinho's future. He says, I don't know about that. Why you always lying? Why you always lying, Guardiola? There are new players. They are our players, and we'll see what happens. I think a few things are going to happen. We will see. Wait a second. I thought you said you didn't know anything. He said, I don't know about that. Nothing. But then he says, I think a few things are going to happen. Busted, Bray. This guy, man. He's lying. He say on one hand, I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. And then he says, I think a few things are going to happen. This does not compute. Yeah. How can you not know anything about the situation, but then at the same time think a few things are going to happen? Not sure about that one, Bray. But that tells me that, bro, we might sell fucking Savinho and get Rodrigo, bro. Bro, we actually legit might get Rodrigo. We actually legit might. That's crazy. Something gonna happen, like what, Pep? Exactly. Things always happen, but I don't know what. Savinho, it was nice knowing you, lad. Rodrigo. I need Rodrigo. Start Mamouche or Doku. Probably I'd start Mamouche just because I didn't think Doku played great at all against Wolves. However, being honest with you boys, I don't think Mamouche has played well since the end of the season. I don't think he played well in the Club World Cup, and I don't think he played particularly well coming off the bench against Wolves. So this would be an important game for Mamouche if he starts. Need to see a performance from him, to be honest with you. And if Doku plays, he needs to perform well as well. I'll be real with you boys. That's just my opinion. Rodrigo is way better than Savio, says Hazard. If we get Rodrigo, we need to win a trophy. Oh, definitely. Mamouche in the 10 playing off Haaland and we're eating. That could be something quite interesting, couldn't it? Like getting on the loose balls and shit. Yeah, imagine Rodrigo on the left, Mamouche in the middle, Foden or Cherky off the right, Haaland up top, Reinders behind. Woo! Hey! Madness! LB, I can make an argument as to why Doku should start. Make the argument then, Bray. I mean, real. Problem is, if Liverpool don't get Isak, they'll definitely outbid us for Rodrigo. They can get high-quality players over us. We saw it with Wirtz. We undermined Liverpool. Same could happen again. I mean, he might want to, but by all accounts, yeah, the difference is here, AP, yeah. I was told, yeah, bare early on, that if Liverpool come in for Wirtz, he wants Liverpool. That's what I was told, yeah. Shout out DSK, right? We know the situation there. The difference is with Rodrigo wants to play for Guardiola. So it's different. Yeah, Wirtz wanted Liverpool. If Liverpool came in, he was going Liverpool. We were told that early on. I remember telling you guys this in like March time, because that's when he told me. But the difference is with Rodrigo is apparently Rodrigo wants to play for Guardiola, like what Maria said. Yeah, that's what the situation is. New Fabrizio tweets on Pep. Is this just the conference or is it actually legit new information? Yeah, there you go. Same information. Same information. Yeah, I think a few things are going to happen. Oh, I think we're getting him, lads. I think we're getting Rodrigo, man. Our Spurs going to pay up. Our Spurs going to pay the cash. When you don't Mamouche to start. Yeah, I would as well. I would. Our squad is underrated compared to other teams. Yeah, I agree. By the way, if we get Rodrigo, I'm going to be his number one hater. I'm expecting 20 G&A in his first season. No excuses. People tell me this guy's the best thing since sliced bread, so I expect it. I think he'll get 20 G&A. I would be well disappointed if he got less than 20 G&A. A few things will happen on Savinho and Akanji. That's amazing. Rodrigo could want to play for Pep, but who can guarantee a stable starting position? City or Liverpool? Bro, I think he starts at City every game. I'm a bit fucking real with you. Yeah, you're telling me he doesn't get in over Doku? Yeah, or Bob. He does. He starts above Bob. He starts above Doku. That's just a fact. He definitely does. Trafford is quality, but Edison has the gloves and trophies, lad, says Aya. Yeah, he'll definitely start, man. Edison's starting tomorrow if he's available. Yeah, it might be his goodbye. It might be his goodbye game. Bob on the right, Rodrigo on the left. That's sauce, mate. That is sauce. I like the sound of that. And then you play what? Either Mamouche, Cherky, or Foden in the 10, and then you have players on the bench. All of a sudden, our squad is starting to get to the deep area of where we had when we won the treble. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the treble. The point is, I'm saying, is when we won the treble, yeah, we had players on the bench. We had players on the bench that could change the game. It's crazy. Innovator, that's actually true. Flaws, you got to respond. Innovator's called you out. He said, so hating a player for not getting 20 GNA, but happy for our wingers who get a combined 4 goals, lol. Bro, he's called you out, Flaws. Flaws, you need to respond, bro. Yeah? We got a beef off in the chat, guys. Innovator versus Flaws. Flaws is apparently calling out Rodrigo, yeah? And he's going to be his biggest hater if he doesn't get 20 GNA. However, Innovator's hit back with a nice little... and said, so hating a player for not getting 20 GNA, but we're happy with our wingers who get combined 4 goals. Flaws, bro. Yeah, you're on the ropes here, mate. Yeah, Flaws, come outside. Flaws, stinker and hooked. Come on, Flaws, man. Where you at, bro? If you buy Rodrigo, Mamouchi's leaving in 18 months. Who want to bet, chat? I don't care if he wants to leave in 18 months, so long as we replace him. And he won't leave if he plays well and gets in the team. He'll only leave if he's not playing. But the important thing is to replace the player if they leave. Yeah, you got to make sure you replace the player. And then, like I say, bro, if Mamouchi's playing well, Mamouchi will play. So he won't leave. It's only if he doesn't play well enough he won't get in the team. Innovator, man. You put him out for the count, man. Yeah, you put him out for the count. When we won the treble, we had the best right back in the world. Stones Diaz was magical at defence. That was more important than Mahrez off the bench. They were still important, and I love them. The centre-backs were important, but you get what I'm saying. The point is we had quality to bring off the bench. We had quality to rotate, yeah? And now we're getting back to that position where we're going to have Foden on the bench, Mamouche on the bench, Cherky on the bench, yeah? Like one of them. Bob on the bench, Doku on the bench. We're going to have these players on the bench, man, who can come on and change the game. Nah. I think he's just joking, bro. I think he's just joking, man. Nah, Flaws is gone, boys. Yeah, he's seeing stars. Yeah. He's gone. He's gone. He's trying to respond. Yeah, but people are calling Savio absolutely awful. Rodrigo is 3 years older, telling Savio to get out of the club. Even in Savio's best season, he got more GA than Rodrigo ever had. What you reckon, chat? What you reckon? Has he revived? Has he hit back with a counter punch? Chat, who won? We need a scorecard. Flaws versus Innovator, boys. What we saying? Chat, who won the fight? Who won the fight? Flaws or Innovator? Flaws or Innovator? Who won? Who won, chat? Flaws still cooked. Ooh, weak response, says H. Solid response, I can't lie. Flaws is waffling. Flaws dead comeback. Okay, he's talking out of his ass. Fair enough, boys. Fair enough. Nah, that nice little scrap that between Innovator and Flaws. Yeah, we'll get you in the ring, innit? You know what I'm saying? Nah, big up, boys. That was a solid debate. Solid debate. Look at our bench compared to Liverpool and Arsenal. Tell me who rivals should be scared of. I agree, citizens, man. I think we're being underrated, bro. I think we're being underrated big time. I really do. LB, mate, all your fans. Nah, bro, listen. No. There was people in the chat who was backing you still. Yeah. Flaws stinker hooked. LB, what's your personal opinion on the likelihood of Rodrigo joining? I think Rodrigo joins if Savio goes. I think City get Rodrigo if Savio goes, yeah? The question is, does Savinho go? AKA, does Spurs pay the money? Spurs are muddied. Spurs are a joke club right now because of what's gone on with the Morgan Gibbs-White deal, what happened with Eze. They've got injuries coming out their ass. They need to make a signing. They need to make a big statement. But if they want to buy Savinho, City are going to rinse them. City are going to rinse them. It's going to be like 67, 70 million pounds. Now, this is a football club that spent over 60 million on Solanke, 60 million on Richarlison, 60 million on Ndombele. So they have spent money on shit before, yeah? Why wouldn't they spend it on Savinho, who's better than that? But like I've told you for the last couple of days, Daniel Levy sees transfers as a battle. And if he pays 67 million, he's overpaid. Therefore, I don't think he wants to go with that. You know what I mean? I don't think he wants to do that. So we'll see, man. I don't know. It's a weird one. They need players. Savio's a young player. He'll rise in value. That's what Spurs love. They're not asked about buying win-now players. They want to buy project players who can increase in value over time because they're a business, not a football club. Savinho ticks the mark, but will they pay up? Maybe. We'll see. But Pep saying that though, by the way, about this. I think we'll see a few things that are going to happen. We'll see. I mean, that's basically Pep saying at least one of them's going, innit? At least one of them's going. Otherwise, he wouldn't say this. Why would he say if he knew Akanji wasn't leaving and Savio wasn't leaving? Why would he say this? He'd just say, "I don't know anything. I don't think any of them are going." Yeah, he said this. He said this. So, yeah, there we go. There was some other quote there, by the way. I didn't read it. Let me get it up. I don't know. They do it to us, criticise our spending, but I will not be in that game. Everyone does what they believe is best for the team. I know our net spend in the last 10 or 11 years is amazing. Just take a look if you are interested, says Pep. Yeah, who cares, man? Spend the money, bro. I want to spend money. Yeah. We didn't spend money last year. We had our worst season in a decade. Yeah, no surprise. Spend money, win games, win trophies. Yeah, that's what we're about. Yeah, fuck the haters. Bring me the haters. Say this all the time. We're always successful when people hate on us. Last year, yeah, last summer, was anybody moaning about our spending? No. And then we fucked up. So I want people to be moaning. I want to see people in the chat spamming 115. I want to see people in the chat saying checkbook manager, because that means we're cooking on gas, mate. Yeah. Ruben Diaz contract extension. Let's touch on this, guys. Ruben Diaz has signed a new contract with Manchester City until 2029. The centre-back, that'll take him to 9 years, I think that'll take him. And that'll take him to the age of, I think, 32 years old. That would be 9 years, wouldn't it? I think that would be 9 years. I think he's done 5 already, hasn't he? I think he's done 5 years. This is his 6th year. And then, yeah, so 4 more years. Yeah, so it'd take him to 9 years. Let me bring up the actual statement. We can see what he was saying on that on the article. Here we go. Where is it? Diaz extends City deal with new contract. Here we go, boys. Here's Ruben Diaz's new contract situation. Ruben Diaz has signed a new 4-year contract to commit his future to Manchester City. The defender has been a key part of the success, and this agreement keeps him at the club until 2029. He joined City in September 2020 from his boyhood club Benfica and has gone on to become a rock in the centre of our defence. Diaz has made more than 200 appearances for City, won 9 trophies during his 5 seasons at the Etihad Stadium, including 4 Prems and a Champions League, collecting a host of individual awards along the way. I'm incredibly happy today, the 28-year-old said. I'm so proud to represent this great club. City are where I want to be, at the top of the sport, competing for trophies. The club's ambition aligns perfectly with mine, and as a footballer, there's nothing better than that. I love Manchester. It's my home, and I love Manchester City fans. Their support from day one has been unbelievable. I appreciate them a lot. When I think about the trophies we've won and the way we've played our football during my time here, I couldn't imagine playing anywhere else. My job is to be the best I can be for the duration of this contract so that I can play my part and help us challenge for more silverware. I want to thank my teammates, Pep and Hugo, the coaching staff, and anyone at the club. Such a special place. I'm grateful every single day for the support I receive. Now the hard work begins. I want to promise the fans that I will give everything to win more trophies and bring more success to City. As Viana said, as a club, we're really excited. Ruben has signed a new contract and committed his long-term future at the club. His hard work, professionalism, and sheer dedication clear to us every single day. He's a leader in the dressing room and on the pitch. He's one of the captains, and the players listen to him, and Pep and the coaching staff love working with him. He's the ultimate professional. His performances over the last 5 years have been outstanding. He's been a big reason why we've been so successful. Every time Ruben pulls on a City shirt, he gives all for the badge. Sweet. Yeah, fair fucks to him, man. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I want this guy to get back to the best levels. I want this guy to get back to his world-class levels of the treble season, yeah. And the last 2 years, I do think he's dropped. The positive news is I do believe, honestly, I'm seeing some signs of improvement in the last game against Wolves. I thought he was very good. Palmero, I think he's a better left back, man. I never deeped it, you know. Someone in the chat said it about a week ago. I don't know who said it. Sorry, chat. I can't remember who said it. Yeah, but someone in the chat said a week ago, LB, you notice that he's a better left-sided centre-back than right-sided centre-back. And I went, No, that's actually wild. He actually is. He actually is. There's an option for 1 more year, so it's a full decade. Oh, we've got an option for a... Oh, fair enough. No, not left back, BMC. Left-sided centre-back, bro. Left-sided centre-back. LB was poor in that game. Really? I didn't think he was poor. I thought he had a good game. I thought he had a good game. Nah, he had a good game against Wolves, bro. The offside line was mega. He leaded that pretty well. I thought he played well. I thought Ruben Diaz played well against Wolves, bro. I'll be real. Cousin Stones, Ruben back free tomorrow will be a wall. Yeah, not going to happen, unfortunately, though. LB, Rodri back, Stones, and Diaz back. We are contenders for sure. Yeah, facts. This is why I don't understand people who are putting us like 4th and 5th, and one guy's even put us 6th. Like, what we're doing. He was good. I thought he was good. I thought he was average. I thought he had a good game, man. I really did. I thought he had a good game. He made one mistake, but other than that, he was good. Yeah, exactly. He made one mistake, bro. I'm not going to start cooking him for making a mistake. You know what I mean? Unless it leads to a goal. You know what I'm saying? Unpopular opinion, I still think Diaz is our best centre-back ever. That is for me. Honestly, bro, that's a wild take. I can't lie. He is not better than John Stones, and he's not better than Vincent Kompany. That is for me, nah. No way. No way. He ain't better than Vinny Kompany, and he ain't better than John Stones. He made a block against Wolves. I thought he played well, man. I thought he played well. I agree. Diaz has been poor for 12 months, but nowhere as near as bad as Akanji and left back for Gvardiol. Gvardiol barely blocked a cross last season. So much better at left-sided centre-back. I wonder why he's better at left-sided centre-back, though. Does everybody agree that he's a better left-sided centre-back than right-sided centre-back? Because I probably do actually agree with it. Does everybody agree with that? Or some people think that's cap? Does everybody agree that he's a better left-sided centre-back? So I wonder why. Because usually players, if he's a right-footed player, usually they're better on the right. So why is he better on the left when he's a right-footed player? Bit weird, that, isn't it? I think that's a bit strange. Why? That's just a bit weird. But I do think when I think to his best years, his best performances, I do think they've come on the left. Yeah, I think they've come on the left, man. Because he's got Stones next to him. Maybe. He was good. People just jumping on the hate train at this point. What, against Wolves? I thought he was good against Wolves, bro. He is, LB. What are you talking about? Let's have a 1v1 debate right now. Name me a match where Vincent Kompany made a world-class defending in Manchester. Ah, that's the shittest rage bait I've ever seen. Oh, what are you talking about? Ah, bro. What are you doing here, man? Nah, we're not having this conversation. Rage bait alert, rage bait alert. I'm not responding to the question. Yeah, what are we doing here, man? I just think he's better with Stones. Yeah, he is. Nah, fuck you, Rowan Goku, man. Get out of here. That's the worst rage bait I've ever seen. I almost fucking bit on it as well. I can't lie. I get it because players attacking from the right-hand side come onto the left, which is in the direction of the right foot. Maybe. Yeah, maybe, bro. Maybe. Just joking. Yeah, fuck you, man. Kompany Leicester goal is bigger than anything Diaz has done, so it's actually. Wolsey's gone for his prediction. City first, second Arsenal, Liverpool third. Liverpool behind Arsenal. No, I don't see that. I don't see Liverpool finishing behind. I think Liverpool are top 2. I can't see Liverpool finishing behind Arsenal. I'll be surprised at that. I'll be surprised at that, bro. LB, Laporte or Diaz? Ooh. Laporte or Diaz? I think if you're talking prime, Diaz. If you're talking prime, I think Diaz has had the higher performance levels. I don't think Laporte ever got to the level Diaz did in the treble year. Yeah, I don't think he did. Yeah, Laporte didn't get to that level, in my opinion. Not on a consistent basis like Diaz did. But if you're asking me who would I take, say they're both 20 years old, who would I take? I'd probably take Laporte. But Laporte was mega, you know. At the end of that year where we won the league against Villa, he fucking carried our defence across the line, boys. Didn't he? He carried our defence across the line. So that's a bit of a better debate, man. But Diaz defo had the better peak, 100%. I don't even think it's close. But Laporte, for me, is probably overall the better player. Diaz is more instinctive and brave. Laporte is more technical. Yeah, it also depends on what type of centre-back you want, innit? If you want a ball-playing centre-back, well, then obviously you're taking Laporte. If you want an out-and-out defender, then you're probably taking Diaz. Diaz has definitely had the higher peak, though. I don't think that's in debate. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think anybody can debate that. Yeah, I don't think Laporte ever got to the Diaz level at the treble year. So what else you guys are saying? Just joined Anderson, he's staying. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I literally have no idea, bro. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Everyone's just waffling. And as a fan, you just got to try and work out what the fuck's going on, mate. Yeah, it's too confusing. It's way confusing. Yeah, that is actually fact, bro. Yeah, the Laporte switch to Mahrez was iconic. It actually was, bro. Yeah, the Laporte left foot diag across to the right-hand side. Unreal. Unreal. Sleeping on Karim Rakik. Oh, when we had Karim Rakik coming through, bro, I legit thought this guy was going to make it at the high level. LB's Diaz better than Ake? Yeah, he's clear of Ake as a centre-back for me. Clear. Bro, isn't it crazy that we could end up having 5 academy players starting at some point this season? Trafford, Rico, Foden, Nico O'Reilly, and Bob. Oh, shit. That's actually fucking wild, isn't it? Haha. No way. Yo, CFA's doing bits, man. Yo, that's actually mad. Yeah, I didn't even deep that. That's actually crazy. Laporte challenged Van Dijk for that number 1 spot in the 18-19 season. That was peak Laporte. Yeah, I agree. So then what you've got to say is, was that better than Diaz in the treble year? I'm not too sure it was. It's close, don't get me wrong, but that's what I'm saying. I think peak Diaz, I think, nicks it on peak Laporte, man. 2019 Laporte clear of any version of Diaz and Stones, LB? Nah, I disagree. I'm not sure it does. I'm not sure it does, bro. Yo, big up to Davey as well for the super chat. Big up, man. It says, amazed why Spurs don't go for Rodrigo for it. Because, well, the answer is he don't want to go, bro. He won't go Spurs. He ain't going to go fucking Spurs, man. This is the problem that Rodrigo's got in it, Davies. Like, people keep on saying, well, LB, why is Rodrigo not coming out saying he wants to leave? Why? Because there's only a couple of teams that he's going to go to. Yeah? Or maybe they don't fancy the 5 goals and 5 assists he average. Get out of here, man. I didn't read the second part of the super chat. Fucker. This guy, man, I didn't read the second part of the super chat, and then when I clicked off it, I just saw it then. What a guy. I smash these likes up as well, people, man. Smash the likes up. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. That's funny, that, David. Made me laugh there. Who has the higher ceiling, Diaz or Gvardiol? Gvardiol by a country mile. Easy. It's not even close. Gvardiol by a country mile. Gvardiol could go on to be the best centre-back in the world for a number of years. Yeah? Easy. So, yeah, Gvardiol has the higher ceiling. Definitely. Definitely. Gvardiol's a freak of a footballer. And there's a reason we paid, what did we pay for him? 78 million or something? There's a reason why we paid £78 million for a centre-back, chat. Yeah, you don't do that unless you think the defender can become the greatest centre-back in the world. Yeah, that's why Liverpool spent 80 million on Van Dijk. That's why United spent 80 million on Maguire. Because you're not spending. If you spend £80 million on a defender, for me, you're only buying that defender if you think they can go on to be the best defender in the world. Otherwise, why are you spending 80 million quid on him? So that's the reason why, yeah, Gvardiol can become the best centre-back in the world, man. He definitely can. Yeah. It's a big season for Gvardiol this year, man. Like, because he's obviously, this is going to be his first year at centre-back for City. Proper. I know he played that a little bit last season, but I'm talking properly, week in, week out, centre-back. Now, obviously, I wouldn't start him until after the international break because he played so much football last year. I want him to have the biggest break now. I wouldn't start him tomorrow. Well, he's not fit for tomorrow, but I wouldn't. Is he fit for tomorrow? No, he's not fit for tomorrow. I wouldn't start him tomorrow anyway, and I don't start him against Brighton. I just leave it, let him go to Croatia. Yeah? Is he Croatian? I think he is. Let him go to Croatia, chill there, do his thing, come back. Or is he Serbian? Where's he from, chat? I think it's Croatian, no? I'm pretty sure it's Croatian. But yeah, anyway, let him go there, do his thing. Well, where is he from? Is he from Croatia? Yeah, he's Croatian. Yeah. I'd let him go there, come back, bang, get him in the team for United game. That's what I'd be doing. LB, would you rather finish second in the league behind Liverpool, but win the Champions League against them in the final, or the other way around? Would I rather finish second in the league behind Liverpool, but win the Champions League against them in the final? That's a good question, man. I can't lie. Bro, to be honest with you, I think I'd rather win the Champions League. I'm being serious. In that specific situation, I think I'd rather win the Champions League, bro. Give me the Champions League, man. Oh, I'm starting to really want this Champions League, mate. We're only 2 behind United, man. Do you know that, chat? We're 2 Champions Leagues behind United. Fucking go and win them Champions Leagues. I want to overtake United because we're not going to overtake United's league titles for ages. Yeah, for ages. But it's gonna take at least 20 years because we're like 10 behind them, bro. And we ain't going to win 1 in 2 for the next 10 years or the next 20 years, are we? So it's going to take at least 20 years to catch United up on the Prem titles. But Champions League, you could do that in 10 years. You could do it in 5 years if you get lucky. Yeah. That's Premier Leagues, though. Obviously, if we're doing proper league titles, it's 10 behind. So for me, I want to go for that champs, man. Now, I always say the Premier League's my bread and butter because it is. We don't watch City 38 games to not win the trophy, yeah. But like, if we can catch them up on the Champions Leagues, man, they'll be crying. I'll do that tonight. I'm going to do a full preview show tonight, man. So I'm not going to deep the Spurs shit too much. We'll come back tonight and do that. By the way, there is a watch along tonight, 7 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock? No, 8 o'clock. I'll start at about 6:45, 7:30, something like that. Second channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to More LB. Link is in the description. That's where all the non-Manchester City watch-alongs will be. So that's where Liverpool watch-alongs are, Arsenal, United, random football matches like tonight, Girona for Vita Hayes, Bayer Leverkusen, Echeverry. They're all on the second channel, More LB. Link in description. I'll just type in More LB on YouTube and make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the notification bell as well. We're live at about 7:30 tonight. Yeah, get them notifications on as well. With how competitive the league is looking this year, I just keep thinking how crazy it is that we won 4 in a row. 4 in a row is fucking insane, bro. It's actually just insane, man. It's jokes. It is just crazy. Wait, LB, have you seen FB ref? Savio is getting compared to Lamine Yamal and Rodrigo is getting compared to Anthony. Bro, you have some mad hatred for this guy, man. Honestly, it's actually wild. Diaz said before the Wolves match to Reinders, welcome to the Premier League, said it made him feel like a young kid just coming in. Although in the 6th year, says Kathy. That's crazy. LB, I'm going for the City Spurs game tomorrow. I'm torn between buying the home or away jersey. I can only buy one. What do you suggest? Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, bro, as they say. You know what I mean? So you go for whichever one you think is the nicest. For me, I think the black kit is saucy, mate. I can't lie. And if it was me, I'd get the away kit. But just get whatever kit you think's the nicest, bro, or whatever suits you best. I think the away kit's the nicest. Buy the 3rd kit. No, don't do that. Yeah, if it was me, I'd get the away kit, bro. I'd get the away kit with Cherky 10. I think Cherky 10 on the away kit goes off. I think it's just iconic. Yeah, Cherky 10 on that black kit, man. It's so nice. Yeah, Mamouche 7 is nice. Yeah, Mamouche 7's decent as well. But you just get whatever you want, bro. But if it was me, I need to go down, man. I've not been down yet. I'm gonna go soon. Because I want to do a video in it. I want to do one of my walk-arounds. People like the walk-arounds. I've not done it for like 6 months. So I'm gonna go do a walk-around and then go and get the kit, man. But yeah, do whatever you want, Selman. But if it was me, I'd get the away kit, bro. I reckon Pep starts Foden and Cherky on the bench tomorrow, throws them both in, see what they can cook together. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything apart from Mamouche for Doku. That's it. That's it, bro. Imagine getting a bench player on the back of your kit, lol. Don't do Cherky 10, says DMC. Can you see Savinho coming back to starting? Yeah, if he doesn't leave, potentially. But Bob's better than him, so he's got to get the position off Bob. And Bob is a better footballer than Savinho. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. There's no doubt in my mind that Bob's better than Savinho. There's no doubt in my mind that Bob's better than Doku. He's our best winger, as I've been telling everyone for a long time. Bobby's so good, bro. Yo, you know what's mad as well, Rohan, yeah? You know what's crazy? Yo, chat, is Bob homegrown? Chat, is Bob homegrown? He is, isn't he? I think he's homegrown. Right, you know what's crazy, right? If we was to sell... Karl, come to the set one sec. I've not forgot, bro. If we was to sell Savinho for £67 million, yeah, a non-homegrown winger, how much is Bob worth? Homegrown winger who's better than Savinho. Bro, that's a scary, scary thought, man. I can't lie. That's crazy, isn't it? If Savinho's worth 67, yeah, how much is Bob worth? I disagree, LB. Y'all are overrating Bob. He's not better than Savinho or down that hill. No problem. No problem. See you in October when you change your mind. AP, I'll see you in October. Yeah? Give him a couple of weeks. Give him a couple of games. I'll see you in October. You'll be back in this chat and saying, LB, sorry, mate. You were right. Bob is our best winger. I promise you, man. The guy's baller. He's so good. Going tomorrow, I'm just tempting fate, but I've been going to watch with my daughter for about 8 seasons, seen at least 6 games in each, and we've only ever seen City win this time. Oh, so you've never seen City draw or lose? That's a solid record, man. That is a solid record. Big up Tony, enjoy the game. Yeah. And keep your eye out for fucking Edison after the match, man. You know what I mean? It's all about the body language. It's all about the body language. Is he going or is he staying? Yeah, we'll see what he does at the end of the game. Big up Zcam, man. Says, bro, the poor end of 22 season, we have seen such a performance in the Prem ever with a centre-back with no knee. Centre-back with no knee? Probably not. Yeah, Led the King might want to challenge you on that one. But nah, listen, I thought Laporte at the end of the 22 season, yeah, you know, sometimes, yeah, you gain respect for a player, not based off of performances, but based off their dedication. And yeah, the end of the 2022 season when we had an injury crisis at the back and Laporte, even with an injury, continued to play and carry our defence across the line. Fair fucks to this guy, mate, yeah? Big up Laporte, man. Yeah, big up Laporte because he was injured. He was playing with a knee injury and he was getting injections every game to numb the pain so he could play because we had no fucking players and he carried our defence across the line. Big fucking respect for Laporte for that, man. Yeah, because he could have just gone, I'm injured, lads. I can't. You got to deal with it. So big up to Laporte, mate. Yeah, top player. And I'm actually bare gutted at how it ended at City. Yeah, because he's mega. He's so good. He's such a good player, but obviously Pep wanted him to be able to. Pep wanted a defender that could defend the wide areas, and Laporte couldn't do that. Laporte couldn't defend the wide areas like a Laporte, like a Ake could, like a Gavardio could. He couldn't. He was more of a centre back in a back four, stable back four. But yeah, it was a shame, man. You know what I mean? A lot of the times when we sell players, like I can get over it pretty quickly. But Laporte was one that was like, fuck, because he was better than some of the centre backs we already had, and we got rid of him. But it was a tactical decision. LB, I've not seen as much as Bob. I see as he good, as you say, his goal against Newcastle was class. So I hope he feels his potential. He's just got everything that you need. He's unbelievable on the ball. Yeah, his dribbling ability is top class. Yeah, he'll link up with players amazingly. He'll create chances and he'll actually put the ball in the back of the net. He can play anywhere across the front line. So Gaz, right? You know when Palmer in his last season for City, Pep wanted to get Palmer minutes, right? But he couldn't put Palmer on the right because we had Bernardo and Mahrez. So what did he do? He stuck him out on the left. He can't play on the left. He's not a left winger. Yeah. So he was putting him out on the left. He was doing nothing. And then people were going, it's fucking crap, this Palmer guy. And I was like, could he played him in the wrong position? But he was doing it just to get him minutes. The difference with Bob is Pep can play him on the left. He can play him in the middle, which a lot of people haven't seen him play in the middle because he's only played there in the academy. But I tell you this, that was his best position in the academy. He had the David Silva gene. Yeah, in the pockets, playing little through balls behind the defence. That was his best position. And we've not even seen him there yet for City. Yeah, we've only seen him on the wings. But I'm telling you now, man, Bob is top-class player. And I'm absolutely convinced that if you don't think he's our best winger at the moment, give it a couple of months, and I'm pretty sure everyone will be saying, yeah, he is such a good player, man. There's an unpredictability in Savinho's game that I like, which tells you a lot about his potential. If he improves at finishing, the guy will reach levels most wingers can't. Savinho has unbelievable potential. If he can start scoring goals, what a player he's going to be. Yeah. If he can't start finishing goals, his long-term position is left wing. His long-term position is left wing. If he can start scoring, right wing, because then he can start getting the cut-in, Mahrez, Iron Robin style goals. But if he can't learn the finishing, he's got to go left. Can Bob finish? Bob can finish. Bob can finish, trust me.
Come on, come on.
Stay.
Yeah, we're done. Watch it go. Watch it go.
There we go. What that goal? We got Colo, man. Just look at Bob's assist to Reinders. Very David Silva-esque. He cooked them in the 10. What a goal. Facts. Facts, bro. Yeah, I mean, look how good he played in that Wolves game, man. Yeah. People underrating that performance against Wolves. It's actually wild. Yeah, I watched the replay back the day after. Yeah, I was sat downstairs, thought, yo, let me stick the replay on. Yeah, watch the game again. The highlights. Bro, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, unreal. That assist to Reinders. Do you see the turn on the halfway line? The ball's coming to him. The Wolves player's coming to close him down. He lets the ball go behind him and does this back flick, which moves the ball forward, drives forward with it. Perfect way to pass to Reinders, back of the net. The rest is history. Yeah, top player, man. LB, who's a better left winger in your opinion to start now versus Big Six this season, Savio or Doku? For me, Savio. I think Savio's a better left winger. I think Savio is our second best winger in the club. LB, you wouldn't believe what kind of goals Savinho was scoring in training. Funny guy, man. Watch the Bob goal against Newcastle. Unbelievable goal. Unbelievable goal, bro. Bro, stop the Bob Glaze. No, I'm not going to stop the Bob Glaze. I'm not stopping it. I'm not going to stop until you all realise how fucking good this guy is. Nah, I agree with people. Savio doesn't get played on the left. Bro, here's one for you, yeah? If Savinho starts playing on the left, yeah, I'll have a legit conversation about he might be better than Bob on the left, but he don't play him on the left. So I've got to judge Savio as a right winger because that's where he gets played. As a right winger, Bob's clear. Bob's clear. Now, if Savio starts getting played left wing, I'll start having a real debate about it because I think that changes it a little bit. You know what I mean? It makes it more tough for me, but he don't get played on the left, so it's pointless. It's pointless, bro. It's pointless. Bob Cherky Rodrigo, Phil Techie Ballers all round, says Aravind, facts. It's not Glaze, it's facts. Come on, bro. Did you see the clip of Bob dribbling past 5 players against Wolves on the Premier League YouTube channel? I didn't see it, man, but it doesn't surprise me. Doku just needs more support from his teammates instead of watching him try to beat 3 defenders. I agree. I'm beyond belief. Don't I always say, yeah, even though I'm not Doku's biggest fan, haven't I always said that I don't think it's all Doku's fault? I think it's a coaching issue, and I don't think we're getting players into the box. I always say that, bro. I try to be fair, man. Yeah, I don't got agendas against our players. Yeah, I love our fucking players. Yeah, but I always try and be fair. And whilst he's not my cup of tea, personally, I ain't just going to sit here and say Doku's shit. He's not shit. He's a good player. But we do not play to his strengths one little bit. We don't get players into the box. Yeah, we have one. How many times does Doku get to the byline and there's one player in the box and it's Haaland? And where is he? Is he at the near post where the ball's going to go? No, he's at the back post. So is that his fault? No, it's a coaching issue. But it's irrelevant. If the coaching doesn't change or we're not getting players into the box, it becomes irrelevant. That's why it's a big year for Bob. That's why it's a big year for Doku. Savio would be a perfect on the left if he had a big striker to cross it to, says Nick. It's amazing, isn't it? I think he got 4 assists or 3 assists to Haaland in 3 or 4 games when he played on the left last season. It's amazing, isn't it? What happens when you play a left-footed player on the left who can cross the ball to a big 6'4" Norwegian striker. Remember, Wolves played 5 at the back the other day. Much harder to get behind the full-back versus back 5. Easier to go through the middle. Example, our 2 first half goals. So, yeah, you think maybe Doku's almost being sacrificed, basically, in a way, on the left. It's sort of like, we're going to play Doku there to attract attention to him. That's going to mean you're not going to have a good game because you're not going to be able to do much. But what that will do is give more space in the middle for like Reinders, Cherky when he come on. So he's almost being sacrificed. Is that what you're saying, Apollo? You almost feel like Doku is being sacrificed for the benefit of the team. Maybe, bro. We don't create as much on the left like we used to when we had David Silva and Sterling. Nah, exactly. Doku was right wing at Lens. He was a right winger at Lens. That's where he played most of his games. I still remember doing the watch along, the Stad Ren watch along. He played on the right hand side, and he just beat his man, crossed the ball in with the right foot. Yeah. And that day when I did that watch along, I said this guy's going to split the fan base because of the type of strike, because the type of winger he is. It was so obvious, and people were saying he was a Sane regen. I was like, what? He's not. He's the most obvious Raheem Sterling regen I've ever seen. Yeah, that's his style of play. It's the Sterling style. He's not a Sane style. Ridiculous. Riders on Bob, so good for Haaland, says Amin. Yeah, I see it, bro. 100%. 100%. It'll be if Rodri starts, does your starting 11 change? You think he full sends it, Cherky? He probably just swaps out Nico Gonzalez for Rodri. And keeps the same setup, but just swaps out Nico Gonzalez for Rodri, which would be very harsh on Nico Gonzalez because he had his best game against Wolves and I thought he was brilliant. Yeah, but he's not going to drop Bernardo Silva, is he? So it'd probably be like for like. It'd probably be like for like, bro. Doku is a left winger. Yeah, he's had good performances on the right for us. I think he has as well. Sacrificing positioning, kind of like Grealish in the year Mahrez was our top scorer before Haaland. When was the last time you saw Doku pass it to the overlapping player? When was the last time we saw Doku have an overlapping player? Honestly, when was the last time you seen someone overlap Doku? Don't see it. And this is why when people was telling me when we signed Aït-Nouri is going to be great for Doku, I personally don't see it. Now, it's only been one game. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't think Aït-Nouri is going to be bombing on overlapping Doku as much as people think, which is why I don't think he's going to be as much help as some people are saying. Well, hopefully it will, but I don't see it. I think Aït-Nouri will invert into the midfield. The Juve game, Ryan Aït-Nouri overlapped. I swear down, he did it one time, bro, in that game. I swear down he only did it one time. Remember Mahrez brace versus PSG? That was proper mint. My baller. We have Mahrez. Come on, guys. Yeah, big up to Riyadh. Does it say what game that was against? Oh, that's Premier League. He's got Premier League badge on the thing. My goal. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Viva Algeria. 1, 2, 3. Viva Algeria. Come on, guys. It's a shame for Gonzalez. He's great. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but that's his job role, really. So you just got to accept it. Got to accept it, boys. Did it to the first goal where Doku scored. He remembered that. Nah, that wasn't overlap. That was a ball in behind, wasn't it? That was a great pass, by the way. And a great goal. That was fucking great. Doku was good in the Club World Cup. He was one of our better players. Which is why I actually had him in my starting 11 for the Wolves game. Did I not? Because I said he deserves to play. Yeah, it's from the middle. It was a great ball. Brilliant pass. And it was a great touch and great finish from Doku, man. It was. It was mega. Yeah, you're lying. You not remember? Aït-Nouri had the ball in the middle. And then Doku made a run in behind the defender. Aït-Nouri slid the ball in behind the defender. Doku got the ball, one touch, cutting off his right, took the ball around the defender, and then whipped it in the back of the net. Fucking mega goal. Probably the best goal he scored at City so far. It was class. Great goal, man. LB, are you nervous for the Spurs game? A little bit nervous, man, because for me, this game's going to tell me a lot about where the club is at and where the players are at and where we're at for the season. Yeah? Like, it's not going to be like the be-all and end-all, but like, for example, if we put in a crap performance tomorrow, right, or say we're getting absolutely rinsed on you know, the transitions, like last year, our midfield gets cooked, our defence gets cooked. You can't win a league title like that. You got to be solid, haven't you? So that won't give me confidence. On the flip side, if we win the game and we have a relatively decent performance, I think we can say, you know what, we've turned a corner. But it's just a little bit at the moment. I think we're going to win the league based off the players we've got. I think we should be able to win this league, but I don't know. My confidence is very, very fragile. Very, very fragile because of what happened last year. Yeah, I've got a little bit of PTSD, a little bit of fragility. Is that a word? But yeah, hopefully we put in a good performance, man. I really want to fucking start getting my chest out, man. Because some of these guys on these shows, yeah, these people on Twitter and that, they're fucking disrespecting us, man. They're disrespecting us big time. Yeah, they're saying like people got us 4th, 5th, 6th. And I want to get my chest out, man, and say, fuck you guys, yeah? You don't know what you're talking about. But I need to see a good performance against a decent team, yeah, other than Wolves, so I can be like, right, get my chest out here. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. Get your chest out. That's what I'm saying. It's exactly. I think it's a mad take, and I'm still beefing these people, right? But I want to go. I want to fucking jump straight in there and start cooking these guys. I think you'll beat us, LB. We've got no creative players other than Kuda, says. Yeah, bro. I mean, I see you got injuries, bro. It's mad, innit? That Kulusevski's out until 2026 now as well. Crazy, bro. It's crazy. Pep said Rodri is ready for 90 minutes. That's a surprising part. Is that what he said? He's ready for 90 minutes. Did he say that? Wow. That's mad. LB is Bob and Mara's Osimhen agent. Yeah. Osimhen, man. My fucking baller. Oh, where did he go? Galatasaray. Has he scored yet? Should we check? Osimhen, 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 man. Let's have a look. No, he come off the bench, though. He only played 29 minutes in the first game, didn't score. Yeah, came on, got a little bit of fitness. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Next game, easy goal, Osimhen, mate. Easy goal, Osimhen. Yeah, how many goals did he score last year? Yeah, the most disrespected striker of all time. Let's have a look. Oh, but he only did it in the Turkish league. Yeah, well, why? How come he scored bare goals for Napoli then? Yeah, how come he scored bare goals for Nigeria? Yeah, last year he scored 37 goals, Osimhen, in 3,200 minutes. Ridiculous numbers. Yeah. Why did he also score 6 goals in the Europa League? Yeah, these guys, man, disrespectful, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Disrespectful. 37 goals, 7 assists. Crazy. His fees are mad. Yeah, he's a mega striker. He deserves to get the wage, bro. Our weakness is Diaz. Can I know he get back and defend after he bombed forward? I think we'll be sweet this year. I'm hoping Diaz can get back to his top levels, bro. And I thought he played well against Wolves. I think he did play well against Wolves, man. So hopefully he can get back on that level. We need revenge. Because Rodrigo will help us in the big games. Bro, that's what you're talking about. If you could improve, you still improve. You don't just go, oh, we're chilling. You improve if you could think you can improve. Just do it, LB. I'm telling everyone this year we're winning the title. I'm so confident in our attack. It's giving Centurions vibes, bro. Yeah, we're getting some decent depth in the team, which you like, man. That's what I'm saying. We're getting some decent depth. Like tomorrow, yeah, we could legit have Foden on the bench, Cherky on the bench, maybe have Rodri on the bench if he doesn't start. Yeah, we'd have Ake on the bench, Trafford on the bench, Doku on the bench. That's mega. And then people will go, well, they'll end up leaving. I don't care if they leave if we win trophies. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. It's like these people who go after we won the treble. Yeah, but then Mahrez left and these guys left. And we won a treble. Who cares? They left. We fucking won the treble. Are you saying that you wouldn't rather have not won the treble and kept these players? What is this argument? It's the most weirdest argument I've ever heard. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Enjoy it while you have it. We have a good squad. I still feel we need a right back. Well, we do need a right back, but we all know we're not getting a right back. So it's just one of them. Trust in Nunes, hope and pray he does good. And Rico Lewis, because Rico Lewis is probably going to play some minutes there as well. I'm going to do that tonight, man. I'll probably do it after the West Ham Chelsea game. We'll do a proper Spurs preview stream. Doku's better off the bench. Potentially. But he ain't going to want to do that. In Cafunes, we trust. Yeah. We'll get right back in 5 to 6 years. That's mad. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to be honest. I don't want Rodri playing 90 minutes, see what we did before. Nah, I agree. Yeah, if he starts tomorrow, 60 minutes off, regardless of the score. Get him off after 60 minutes. Nico G on. Play like he did against Wolves, mate. Cheers. Yeah, that's what it's got to be. Bayern look like a failing team right now. They have zero depth. Don't think they'll go far in the Champions League. Now they're fucked, mate. They're dead, mate. Their transfer activity in the last few years has been appalling, other than Elise. I don't know what they're doing, mate. Yeah, Luis Diaz. What are they signing Luis Diaz for, man? It's ridiculous. Who else they signed? Jonathan Tah on a free. Tom Bischoff. Well, people are saying he's meant to be decent. Like, it's just, they spent 72 million euros. That's it. They're just not. The defense is trash. They've not strengthened their attack enough. Nah, I don't see it. I agree. I agree, bro. I agree. So Nico G in the 6. I don't think he'll start. He might start Rodri, what people are saying. I didn't see him say this, but apparently Pep says he's ready to start 90 minutes, play 90 minutes. But I think that is hella risky, playing Rodri 90 minutes. Like that for me is just bizarre. It's a bizarre decision if we play him 90 minutes. Didn't see Nico G in training. Oh. Well, if he's not in training, he probably will play 90 minutes. Fairs. All right, sweet. Solid stream, boys. Solid stream. Mikel Arteta has now outspent Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. I saw that. Since Arteta came to Arsenal, he spent more at Arsenal than Pep Guardiola spent at City in the same time. That is wild. Checkbook manager. Checkbook manager. Checkbook manager. So we won trophy. Checkbook manager. That is crazy, bro. That is actually wild. Anyway, yeah, so plan of action today. Yeah, I'm going to be back at 7:30 on the second channel, More LB. The link is in the description, or just type in More LB on YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed to that. We'll be live about 7:30, quarter to 8 for the West Ham Chelsea game. I think Chelsea are going to absolutely cook these guys, man. I'll be real with you. At West Ham, I fear for West Ham, man. I think they might get relegated. They're looking too good, man. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do the Spurs preview after it, and we'll pop a deep shit. Oh, we got 35k subs. Oh, nice one. Big up, lads. Big up for 35k. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Smash a like. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.